This program is made possible through the support of our generous sponsors. The Talk of Paynesville, a Paynesville area community education production in association with the Paynesville Area Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to the Talk of Paynesville, our community live stream talk show. I'm Jacob Bertram.
And I'm Faith DeCashton. Thank you for joining us live today for our Independence Day edition of the Talk of Paynesville. Please enter your questions in the comment section below at any time during this broadcast, and we will try to get them into the show.
Well, we know we all missed us last week. We took a break off, enjoyed some of the summer in Minnesota. Faith, you know what you did last week?
Just kind of relaxed.
You know, me too. I can't really remember what I did yesterday, so I couldn't say too much of what I did last week. But it was a great week, I thought. You know, we went to our cabin, enjoyed the beautiful water of Lake Coronis as well in our pontoon. And yeah, it was a great week, and we thank you for joining us back again today for this week's episode. We have a great show in store for you today. We have Mr. Ken Olson will be our guest today to share his uncle's historic Vietnam Medal of Honor story in our special Independence Day broadcast. We also have Chelsea Hartman sharing a special patriotic tune with us. We have our local trivia contest, the joke of the week, chamber member spotlight, inspirational quote of the day, and your Make Wealth Management Money Minute. Whew, that's a lot, Faith. Now let's get this show started with this week's trivia question. Okay, the question for this week was, how much was the registration fee for the first automobile in Paynesville in 1903? Was it A, 5 cents, B, $2, C, $19.03, or D, 10 cents? Remember, you can enter your answers into the comment section below, and you might be a lucky winner of our special prize. The answer will be reviewed later in the show. Good luck to everyone. Now, let's hear from our sponsors.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you to place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
Make Wealth Management has offices located in Paynesville and Wilmer, and is a comprehensive wealth management, investment, and insurance firm. As your trusted advisors, we are wholly dedicated to helping you reach a higher purpose for your wealth and design a lasting legacy for your family. We leverage deep industry knowledge, a vast network of specialized services, proven investment strategies, and a passion for serving you. Let Make Wealth Management help you live your life by design, not by default.
Welcome, Ken. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
This is Ken Olson, everyone. We brought him in today to tell us a little bit about his uncle's story in Vietnam. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your uncle?
My uncle was Kenneth L. Olson, was actually graduated in Paynesville Area High School in 1963 and turned around and went to the University of Minnesota. Graduated from the University of Minnesota in 1967. Actually had a scholarship, 4-year scholarship to go to graduate school to Purdue, but was drafted and went in the service because his philosophy was, my country calls, I go.
Growing up and hearing the story about your uncle, how did that affect you?
It was quite an honor. I've studied, I've talked with fellow veterans over the years and stuff. I've personally met Gary Lindsley, who was alive today because of my uncle and stuff. it's quite an honor to knowing somebody like that that's been there, done it, and speak to him afterwards, because I never actually got to meet my late uncle face to face.
So you actually got to meet the guy your uncle saved, and
Yes, I did.
And how was that experience?
It was quite an honor in a sense. I got to meet him back in 1995 when they dedicated the plaque down at the One Student Center down at the University of Minnesota that was put together by the fellow classmates and alumni from the University of Minnesota, and they found that he was the only recipient, Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam. And in turn, they decided to put together a plaque, and then they created a plaque and put it in the student center, and they since have created the scholarship too.
So if you're comfortable with it, you want to explain kind of, the whole event that caused your uncle to receive the Medal of Honor.
They were in Vietnam. They were out on Gary Lindsley and my uncle out on patrol. They come under sniper fire. They were more or less pinned down. My uncle threw a hand grenade. Still did not disembark the sniper fire and stuff. Turned around and was in the process of throwing another one and was wounded, in a sense, disabling the grenade in front of him. And in turn, he took the grenade and he threw himself over the grenade and pulled it into him to take the blast to save Gary.
Wow. And your name's Ken Olson as well, and I believe there's a couple more one more after you. So what's the lineup there?
My oldest son is actually he's the third. He's Kenneth L. Olson the third. He carries on the namesake and stuff. We keeping the tradition going on that same token there and stuff. That way, he's also a veteran himself.
So what does that mean to you to have, keep that passed on and that name passed on in your family?
It's an honor and stuff, because it's it's an honor for the community of Paynesville in a sense, because the community of Paynesville lost three boys in Vietnam, but the community of Paynesville, they have a Medal of Honor recipient, is quite an honor and stuff. In turn, that's where back in January 2017, I think it was, is when late Senator Michelle Fischbach and also Representative Jeff Howe in turn implemented a bill into state legislation renaming part of Highway 23 and stuff, and it went through the normal course of legislation and stuff and passed that way, and they've dedicated approximately a 7-mile stretch just east and west of Paynesville, about a 7-mile bypass stretch of Highway 23, the Kenneth L. Olson Memorial Highway.
It's a great honor for him.
How do you feel about Highway 23 being named after Ken?
It's quite an honor and stuff, and having a stretch of highway, not just anybody, they've renamed the different stretches. There's a piece of highway over towards New London Spicer, which is Ryan Clark Highway, which is another veteran and stuff, which is quite an honor to have a highway named after, or a stretch of it named after somebody that served their country and stuff that way.
I believe there's a memorial on the University of Minnesota campus as well, as I hear, as well in Paynesville. Tell us about those.
That memorial was by it was put together, the alumni from the University of Minnesota and classmates, my late uncle and stuff, and they realized that my late uncle was the only Medal of Honor recipient that's graduated from the University of Minnesota and stuff. So they worked with a Paynesville American Legion and stuff, and turned. They actually there's actually 2 plaques. One is down at the University of Minnesota in the One Student Center. The one is here at the American Legion. It was inside for a few years and stuff, and now since it's been placed onto the outside memorial they built and stuff. And then there's also a scholarship in his name and stuff, because he was a graduate in University of Minnesota with ag science.
Have you and your family ever communicated with the 2 men you saved? Well, you said they did. And then, what does Independence Day mean to you and your family?
Yeah, well, to go back with your first question right away, yes. You know, we met Gary Lindsley back in '95 when they had the dedication down at the University of Minnesota. He keeps in contact with family on a regular basis and stuff. Independence Day is, our country as to our independence from New England and stuff. It's a day to remember all veterans, not just for Veterans Day, but also for veterans or even service personnel that are in right now, because it's like we wouldn't have our country as it is today if it wasn't for veterans.
Tell us a little bit about you and your immediate family's military service.
Well, military service, I mean, my late uncle, my late father, both service. My grandfather, two great uncles were World War II. I have myself, my wife, and my oldest son, Olson, who have been in the service and stuff. I myself, I'm known as a Cold War, or also I'm an original Gulf War veteran myself.
Is there anything else you'd like to add and say to the people at home?
Ain't much more to do.
Well, we thank you, Ken, for joining us today, and of course, we thank you and your family for your service for our country. We thank all veterans at home for their service as well, and hopefully you enjoy your 4th of July well. And
well, I'm sad to say I got to work it, so I'll try the best I can.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks again, Ken, and we'll send it back to you for our commercials.
Thank you.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you to place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
Make Wealth Management has offices located in Paynesville and Wilmer and is a comprehensive wealth management, investment, and insurance firm. As your trusted advisors, we are wholly dedicated to helping you reach a higher purpose for your wealth and design a lasting legacy for your family. We leverage deep industry knowledge, a vast network of specialized services, proven investment strategies, and a passion for serving you. Let Make Wealth Management help you live your life by design, not by default.
We all want to be centered on life.
Welcome, Mr. Jeremy Wilner, for this episode of Your Money Minute.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Jeremy Wilner, CEO and founder of Mag Wealth Management, and today we're going to talk about identity theft. This is a two-part series where we're going to give you an overview today, and then next week talk about if you've become a victim of identity theft, what you should do. So first of all, what is identity theft? It's when someone fraudulently uses your personal identifying information to either obtain credit, take out a loan, open accounts, get identification, and just simply pretend to be you. And this can cause serious damage to your financial well-being. So some facts on identity theft. It's one of the fastest growing crimes in America. Last year, there were over 7 million cases. Every 2 seconds, a person falls victim to identity theft. And over 140 million hours were spent by ID theft victims trying to resolve their issues. Also, seniors and children are at the highest risk, where 35% of all fraud complaints and 18.9% of all ID theft complaints impacted seniors. And 66% of respondents in response to identity theft experienced fear regarding their personal financial security. Most cases of ID theft can be resolved if they're caught early. It takes most victims of identity theft 3 months to find out what's happening, but 16% don't find out for 3 long years. And only 35% of ID theft cases involve credit or financial fraud. Phone, utility, bank, and employment fraud make up another 43% of cases. So how do ID thieves get your personal information? A lot of it is from what you share out on the internet. They do dumpster diving, they steal your mail, stealing your wallet and purse. They use credit card skimmers like at gas stations. They send phishing emails, they obtaining your credit report, they obtain business record theft, or divert your mail to other locations. So what do the thieves do once they have your information? They can drain your bank account with electronic transfers or counterfeit checks. They can open bank accounts in your name and write bad checks. They can open a credit card that will never get paid off. They can use your name if they get arrested. They could use your name for purchases used in illegal activities. They can also file bankruptcy in your name to avoid debts. They could obtain a driver's license with your personal information. They could buy a car and use your information to get a loan for that car and obtain really any service in your name. So how do you identify identity theft? Some warning signs are if you yourself apply for credit and you're denied credit, you find unusual charges on your credit card statements, you have lost or misplaced credit cards, ATM cards, checks, driver's license, you suspect your address has been changed, you stop receiving a credit card bill, you have suspicious findings on any of your credit reports, or you receive a call from a debt collector on a debt that you know you don't have. If any of these things have happened to you, you may be a victim of identity theft. Remember to tune in next week where we talk about if you do become a victim of identity theft, what you should do. We want to thank you all very much today, and if you want more information, you can visit our website at magwealth.com or send me an email at jwilner@magwealth.com. Have a happy and safe 4th of July.
Thank you, Jeremy, for joining us again for this week. Again, if you'd like to contact him, visit their website, makewealth.com. Well, this weekend is already the 4th of July. There are a few events that are taking place in the Paynesville area. The Cronus Lake Association will be hosting a boat parade July 4th starting at 2 p.m. You can call to register at 320-243-4544 or email cronusministries@campminnesota.org. The lineup will begin at 1:30 p.m. at Cronus Ministries. There also will be a fireworks display from First Island at 10 p.m. on Sunday, July 5th, hosted by the Cronus Lake Association. Well, we don't have an in-studio live music guest this week, but we do have a recording from Chelsea Hartman that she put together for us. Chelsea and her band LFX1 will be playing tonight at week 1 of the summer concert series put on by the Paynesville Community Education from 6 to 8 p.m. at Veterans Park. The full band schedule is on the Community Ed website at paynesvillece.com. If you'd like to be an in-studio guest, please call Community Ed at 243-7570. Here's Chelsea Hartman with Independence Day.
Well, she seemed alright by dawn's early light, though she looked a little worried and weak. She tried to pretend he wasn't drinking again, but Daddy left the proof on her cheek. I was only 8 years old that summer, and I always seemed to be in the way. So I took myself down to the fair in town on Independence Day. Well, work is around in a small town. They said he was a dangerous man. My mama was proud and she stood her ground. She knew she was on the loser end. Some folks whispered, some folks talked, but everybody looked the other way. And when time ran out, there was no one about on Independence Day. Let freedom reign, let the white dove sing, let the whole world know that today is the day of a reckoning. Let the weak be strong, let the right be wrong. Let that storm away, let the guilty pay. It's Independence Day. Well, she left the sky that 4th of July. By the time that the firemen come, they put out the flames and took down some names and sent me to the county home. Now, I ain't saying it's right or it's wrong, but maybe it's the only way. Talk about your revolution. It's Independence Day. Let freedom reign, let the white dove sing, let the whole world know that today is the day of a reckoning. Let the weak be strong, let the right be wrong. Blow that storm away, let the guilty pay. It's Independence Day. Blow that storm away. It's Independence Day.
We all want to be centered on life's best moments. The big ones, the small ones. We know you don't have time for complicated banking, and we believe you deserve something more. Our friendly and knowledgeable team is here to make banking easier with the right financial accounts, loans, and services to fit your needs. It's our promise to you to place your needs at the center of all we do. Central Minnesota Credit Union, centered on you.
Make Wealth Management has offices located in Paynesville and Wilmer and is a comprehensive wealth management, investment, and insurance firm. As your trusted advisors, we are wholly dedicated to helping you reach a higher purpose for your wealth and design a lasting legacy for your family. We leverage deep industry knowledge, a vast network of specialized services, proven investment strategies, and a passion for serving you. Let Make Wealth Management help you live your life by design, not by default.
Thank you, Chelsea, for that wonderful song. Well, folks, since it's a new week, that means new jokes. So here we go. Which planet is the smoggiest? Pluto.
That's a good one. Wait, good one to start it off already. Bye. I don't know if I can top that one off. Okay, here's another one, Faith. So how does a scientist freshen her breath? With experiments. I got the boo on the second joke.
Okay. What animal can you always find at a baseball game? A bat.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Okay, Faith, I got another one for you. What did one hat say to the other? You wait here and I'll go ahead. Oh. I always gotta wait to make sure that the laughs and the boos are coming in. So I gotta laugh on that one. So that's pretty good.
Okay, on a more serious note, I have another quote of the day. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending, said C.S. Lewis.
It's now time for our Paynesville Area Chamber of Commerce Member Spotlight.
Lumber and Steel are happy to help you find the perfect bull shed, garage, deck, home improvement, and supplies you are looking for. Bork Lumber is dedicated to doing it right the first time. They're proud to be called your local home building center, lumber company, and hardware store. Contact Bork Lumber and Steel at 243-7815. Teals Market of Paynesville has been a family-owned business since 1942. Teals Market is here to serve our communities, and they believe that customer service is their key to success. Their continual goal is to provide a friendly atmosphere, knowledgeable employees, quality products, and competitive prices. Stop by today. Open Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Alright, now it's the moment of truth to answer this week's trivia question from earlier in the show. The question was, how much was the registration fee for the first automobile in Paynesville in 1903? We got two viewers at home answering. Answer for D, 10 cents. We also had Dean Heike saying A, 5 cents. Well, I hate to break it to you, Dean, but you are incorrect. The correct answer is B, $2. We were talking about it earlier in the show. $2 was quite a bit in 1903, and it's not so much now. But $2 for registration. I still wish it was that today.
Yes.
That'd be pretty nice. A little fact: Dr. P.C. Pylon was the first resident in Paynesville to own the car, and the car came into Paynesville in pieces. It took about 50 people to put that thing together. Well, hopefully, glad we don't have to do that today as well.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and like our broadcast. Also, don't forget to tune in next week at 9 a.m. for our next live broadcast. And put your interview ideas in the comment section below. I'm Faith DeCousin.
And I'm Jacob Bertram. Thanks for watching. We have ending music from Chelsea again with the song Mr. Red, White, and Blue. So we'll end with her. Stay safe and stay cool, Paynesville.
It's the glory, 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's some handwritten letters from home. It's some sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Lay down his life for these thousand stripes. Yeah. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, pay the ultimate price.